So in this video we are going to talk about more word problems. If you watched the end of the last video, video 2, we did one word problem, and in that word problem I gave you the slope and I gave you a point on the basically on the line. This one's going to give you something different. So after babysitting for 6 hours, Marcy had $96 in her bank account. After 13 hours, her account balance was $183.50. That's 2 points. Okay? X is going to represent the number of hours, right? That's what it says here in the problem. X is the number of hours. And Y is going to be the account balance, or amount in her account. So the 2 points that I get are 6 and 96 and 13 and 183.50. So I want to find the slope, right? So M equals, find that out. So I'm going to do 183.50 minus 96 over 13 minus 6. So grab the calculator real quick. 183.50 minus 96 is 87.50 divided by 7 is 12.5. So that's the slope. So the slope is $12.50. Okay, I put a label on that. I shouldn't have done that yet. Second thing I need to do is find B. And I'm going to use this point here to help me find B. So Y equals mx plus B. The Y was 96. Oops, not plus. Equals 1250 times 6 plus B. So 1250 times 6 is 75. Subtract 75 from both sides and I get B, which is 21. So my equation is Y equals 1250x plus 21. What does the slope represent in this problem? So kind of gave it away when I talked about that. That is the amount made, or money made, per 1 hour, or per hour. Okay? She makes $12.50 per hour. How much was in Marcy's account before she started babysitting? So when she did 0 hours of babysitting, she had $21 in her account. How much will be in Marcy's account after 22 hours of babysitting? Okay, and you can assume she didn't spend any money from her account. So you're looking for a Y value when X is 22 hours. 1250 times 22 plus the 21 that was already in there. 1250 times 22 is 275, plus 21 is $296. Okay. After how many full hours of babysitting will Marcy have $500? So I'm looking for a Y. I have a Y value. I'm looking for an X value. So I'm going to put 500 in for Y equals 1250x plus 21. Now I have to solve for X. I'm going to subtract 21. That's going to give me what? 479? Yeah. 479 equals 1250x divided by 1250. I get 38.32. Now it's 38.32 hours. Now that is what would get me exactly $500. If I round that down, she's going to have less than $500, so I need to round that up to 39 hours. Because I did ask for how many full hours. Okay, so that was one problem. Yeah, it was 5, but one word problem. Next one, a school is putting on a talent show to raise money. Estimates show that 200 students and 150 adults plan to attend. The school's goal is to raise $1,200. Write a linear equation to represent this situation. Let X equal the cost of one student ticket and Y equal the cost of one adult ticket. Okay, you could write this in slope-intercept form, but this is definitely looking like a standard form type question. Okay, I have two different types of people here, okay, with a goal in mind. So I have 200 students, and X is the cost of one student ticket. So 200X plus 150Y has a goal of 1,200. That's my equation, and now I'm going to graph it. To graph it, it says label your axes. I want to make sure I point that out, because I saw a lot of you didn't do that on your notes. X is the cost of one student ticket. That's what I'm going to put on the x-axis, cost of student ticket, which means the y-axis is going to be cost of adult ticket. Okay, now I'm actually going to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. It's been a while since we've done this. X-intercept is y equals 0. I'm putting 0 in for y. So 200x equals 1200. Divide by 200, I get x equals 6. So that's the 0.60, which means if only students come, I would need to charge $6 per ticket. So 6 would be right here. The y-intercept, let's say no students come. That's what that would mean. No students come, only adult tickets. Divide by 150, so 1200 divided by 150 is 8. I would need to charge $8 for each adult ticket. So there's 2 points. I'm going to draw the line. Any combination on that line would get me $1,200. Okay? So that idea is being checked right here. If a school charges $5 for an adult, how much should they charge a student to meet their goal? So adult, that's a y value. So 200x plus 150 times 5 equals 1,200. 150 times 5 is going to be 750. Subtract that from 1,200. You get 450. So 200x equals 450. Divide by 200, you get x equals $2.25. And that is a standard form word problem. A couple more here on the back. A group of mountain climbers begins an expedition with 265 pounds of food. They plan to eat a total of 15 pounds of food per day. Write a linear equation in slope-intercept form showing the amount of food remaining. So the amount of food remaining, we're going to call it y. So y is food remaining. X is the number of days. I look up here and I see food per day, or pounds of food per day. The word per, that's a clue for slope. So they're eating 15 pounds of food per day. So the amount of food they have is actually going down. So my slope is negative 15. Okay? They begin the day, or begin the expedition, not day, they begin the expedition, okay, with 265 pounds of food. So when they've gone on this for 0 days, they have 265 pounds of food. That's actually the y-intercept. They start with 265 pounds of food. I have everything I need to write the equation. Y equals negative 15x plus 265. How much food will the group have left after 9 days? So I'm going to put 9 in for x. So 15 times 9 is negative 135. So they've eaten 135 pounds of food out of the 265. They have 130 pounds of food left. On what day will the group run out of food? They run out of food when y equals 0, when the amount of food remaining is 0. So I'm going to type that in, put that in, and solve for. So I have negative 265 equals negative 15x divided by negative 15. And negative divided by negative is going to be a positive, and I get 17.6 repeating. So what that means is they're going to run out of food 17 full days and a partial another day. So they're going to run out of food on the 18th day is when they'll run out of food. Okay. Last word problem, last few questions. Farmer Bill is able to collect 18 eggs from his chickens each day. After 11 days, he has a total of 230 eggs. Okay? assume that Farmer Bill stores all the eggs that he collects. So I saw on here that right there. Eggs from his chicken each day. That's my slope. So M is 18. Okay, I gave you the slope on this one. After 11 days, that's an X value. He has a total of 230 eggs. That's a Y value. So I have half of what I need. I have 18X. I just need the Y-intercept. Okay, so I need the B. Using that point, I can do that. Y equals mx plus b. So 230 equals 18 times 11 plus b. So 230 equals 198 plus b. Subtract 198. I get 32. So 18x plus 32. How many eggs did Farmer Bill start out with? Well, that would be the 32. Beginning, his y-intercept is what he begins with. He had 32 eggs to start. How many eggs will Farmer Bill have after 42 days? So x is number of days, so I'm going to put 42 in for x. So 18 times 42 plus the 32. You would have 788 eggs. How long will it take Farmer Bill to collect 2,000 eggs? So that's a y value. I'm going to put that in for y. And solve for x. So subtract 32. So 2,000 minus 32 is 1968. And divide that by 18. He would have to collect for 109 days would get him just under 2,000, so we'd have to collect for 110 days. So hopefully this video helped, or these series of videos helped you to get ready for checkpoint A and or checkpoint B.